Hi, welcome back to our Kona Block of the Month. We are in October and boy, is it fall out there. These colors are what we're going to be working with today. Nice, beautiful fall, autumn colors. The good news about this month is everybody gets all the fabric. You don't need to purchase any additional background fabric because every block needs the espresso in it. It's what causes the kind of the glowing effect that you get of this machine. So let's go ahead and pull our kit out and let's look at the fabric. Here we go. As always, start at the top of your stack and work your way down, and your fabrics are given to you in the order they are on your pattern. So this quilt is our last month that we're going to have half square triangles, and you guys have made so many of them by now. You're all experts. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on how to put those half square triangles together. You all have your favorite methods by now. Because I just did a couple of blocks, I just did them the old-fashioned way. I cut, we're going to need 4-inch finished and 2-inch finished, and so I cut 4 7/8 inch rectangles, cut them in half, and cut 2 7/8 and cut them in half. Those guys, you can use triangle paper, whatever. The numbers of what you need are in your pattern. I didn't make any other cutting variations on this pattern. I think it lays out really nicely as it is. So let's go over to the cutting station. Okay. Here we are at our cutting station, and I have laid out what one block looks like. What's cool about this block is the only thing that makes it different from a regular log cabin is they've injected this beautiful diagonal through the block, which gives you a really good effect. When you put your quilt together, it creates a barn raising, so it's almost like it glows depending on how they orient those blocks together. But I didn't do any deviations on the cutting. I went ahead and just made my half square triangles, and I know you all know exactly how to do that as well. And then I stacked my fabrics in the order of the sizes of the logs that will go around the quilt. So the first thing we do, what I like to do, is lay them all out so I can see the orientation. With these, I pressed every half square triangle towards the dark accent colors. So this way, and that way. And then all of my other pressing is going to be towards the rectangle or towards the next piece that I put onto my block. So to start, it has us gather up our half square rectangles and sew them to the log that they're going to be associated with. It actually matches color to color. So from here, this one's going to flip onto the brown to brown, orange to orange, orange to orange, and brown to brown. And I'm going to just sew quickly across each of these, and I'll be right back. All of these are going to get pressed towards the rectangle that they just got sewn onto. Of course, my iron didn't get quite tight yet, so I'm going to just lay them all towards the rectangle and press them all in the same direction. Once I've sewn all the half square triangles onto their parts, I've pressed them all to the rectangle, and I've laid my block back out. You know your block is right if you continue to have the diagonal through the center of the block. So don't get your pieces turned around. It's easy to do that. From here, we're going to construct it just like a log cabin. I'm going to start with my center, and I'm going to add the shortest piece on first. Sew that, come back and add the side. I'll be right back. Everything gets pressed towards the rectangle, this way and this way. And I'm always going to come back to my center position to see what two pieces are next. There are some half square triangles that need to match up here. You can see the points of here and here. And so by always pressing towards the rectangle, this one is pressed this way, this one's pressed that way. So they're going to nest really nicely for me when I go to sew them together. I continue to press to the newest piece I added on. put it back into my center position to see where I'm at next. And my next piece is going to be this one. Same thing, I've got my triangles. They should nest. They're both pressed the opposite direction. Get a nice seam here in your corner, which is what we're looking for. Put myself back. My next piece is going to be here. Press. Okay, we're just going to continue sewing. I'm going to add the bottom, the left, and the top, and our block will be done. One more pressing, one more seam. And there we go. So we've got 2 blocks. And you can see they make really nice, let me pull it over so you can see it. They make really nice patterns depending on the direction that you place it. So you're going to lay it out like is shown on your block. It's very clear how many half square triangles you need, how many big half square triangles you need, how many of your rails to cut. So just follow the instructions and make all your blocks and you'll have a beautiful barn raising log cabin. Hope you guys had a great time with the Aperture, and let's talk about next month. All right, so we finished with triangles. You've got a lot of good practice this year using triangles. Our final 2 months are elements and in full flight. They're all just strip piecing. So lots of straight line sewing, super simple to put together. And we'll do one video next month. We'll give you both of your kits and you'll be ready to get all your quilts done by the end of the year. I hope you have a great month getting this one put together, and we'll see you next time.